Hi, my name is Bryce. Welcome back to VHS Play. We are playing Resident Evil Dead Aim and recording it all on VHS for spooky season. Well, hey, it's spooks time. And this should be the final episode of this game. And there's that title animation again. About to have some opinions. Let's stop having opinions and just play this game. So, hey, last time we fought a dumb boss that I have... There I go, having opinions again. Anyway, so yeah, it is time to play as Fong Ling because poor Bruce fell down an elevator shaft. And we should be wrapping up this game today. Hey there, gonna stand up later, zombie. No power going through the elevator. It's locked. Keycard slot. Did I walk past a door? Did I walk past a corpse that has a keycard slot? It's just open enough for you to squeeze through. Oh boy. Elevator, no power, right? Really expecting that to be locked. This appears to be a terminal for controlling the power supply within the facility. The message pops up. Currently running on emergency power. Press the restore key to return to main power. Emergency power mode off. Okay. Didn't see you over there. Oh good, you're a fast one too. And as always, there was no reason to kill the zombie. That is kind of a flaw in this game, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know, like, it very much rewards you for just not. Like, hey, there's zombies. What if you just didn't? And it appears to be held on the other side with some kind of cheat. Okay. But, yeah, it's very, very much like... Hey, you know what you could do instead of shooting the zombies? Just run by them. What if you just didn't shoot any of the zombies? I mean, like, why would you bother to shoot any of the zombies? Alright, I'm about to go have a few more opinions. The elevator is beyond repair. Really, you don't say. This era of games, with like this early 3D, like early enough 3D, but like late enough that we actually have enough polygons to, you know, model and animate mouths. Yep. the point I was trying to make is that the mouths always just look so not good. It's just like we had the ability, like at this point, you know, in games we have the ability to that's a map. Yeah. Ooh, and an architect's memo. It's like we have the ability to model all these things and animate them, but they don't look great yet, just for various reasons. And part of that has to do with like the lighting aspects of like when somebody opens their mouth, there's just as much lighting inside of their mouth as like outside of it. So it's just like you can see everything inside, and it's just like you can see the weird tongue and the weird perfect teeth, and just like I don't know, it always looks jank. Every time it's just like one of those things, just like back in my day, you know, your PS1 games where they didn't have that and they just used like textures for that sort of situation, and like things like Mega Man Legends, of course, which looks super great because it went for that like really anime style. But like things like, you know, Ocarina of Time and whatnot that are doing that sort of same thing, where there's a lot of just like expressions are shown as textures on a vague face-shaped model, as opposed to like actually modeling mouths and whatnot. Like it just looks better. Like, anyway, that's a mild rant. Architect's memo. We have completed construction on the missile base. I assume that HQ doesn't know that this facility is operating and is under Morpheus's control. Furthermore, even though I am only an architect, I am concerned about how this facility will be used. Morpheus tends to go too far after the raccoon incident. Meow. I'm not convinced she's dead. My calibration is like really off feeling. Right, let's... I just recalibrated before starting, but this feels really bad. Okay, that feels much more accurate. Oh boy. We're running low on our handgun bullets again. I'm taking these. Yes, please. Okay, and here's what I'm actually here for. Pod Bay key. For dropping something of use. I do... Okay, so, like... Zombies have been dropping things occasionally, but it's been, like, really rare, but it always seems to be, like, something that's really useful or, like, something I'm low on. And I'm wondering... I'm really wondering about, like, what their algorithm is for zombie drops. Because it seems very much a deliberate... Just like a lot of deliberate choices were made about it, and it seems to just be like really surprisingly well balanced. Okay, so there's an elevator we could supposedly go back up in. There's a chain. Chain has been tightly wrapped around the door handle. There's a strange symbol on the lock. Voice recognition device. The lock on this door is probably keyed to the admin's voice. Well then. Time to go upstairs where there's a lot of zombie stuff. Or downstairs, I guess. First floor is where I'm at. Second floor. Document laying atop a chair. Orders from Morpheus. I have arrived and have begun the plan. I need you to make sure all the instrument panels work properly. The facility is on strict alert, and you will need to input my voice to the voice recognition panel at the entrance of the clean room in order to enter the research area and check the instrument panels. I've sent an email containing my voice. You can receive it on a terminal in the residence area. Be sure to delete the email after your work is complete, and remember to keep this confidential. Morpheus. Okay, so looking for somebody who didn't clean their emails properly. Here's a thought. These little sleeping bays, I don't remember seeing them in any other Resident Evil before this one. And this sort of thing features pretty prominently in Resident Evil 2 Remake. Just a little bit of ho-hum, wondering where, like, you know, the, like, first instance of things came from. Okay, there was, in fact, only one. It's like getting over here and it's like, wait, were there multiple, doors? My dude! How is he dodging every shot perfectly? Oh, that would be one of those Looney Tunes situations where it's like, if this character had been standing up against the wall, all of the bullets would have just landed, you know, perfectly outlining the character. How did I manage that? Ah. Ugh. And nothing in this room aside from this computer, which probably has an email. It seems to be a new email. It's from Morpheus. Read it.
Because thou hast obeyed my voice.
It seems to be a voicemail. Great. So we found where the voicemail is. Somebody didn't either didn't get to check their email or didn't delete it. And now we just need to find some way to, you know, get that voice to take it with us. A report of some kind. Research report number 220120. A being that has an external skeleton of a horseshoe crab and the survival power of a cockroach. We have confirmed that its ecology is similar to ants or bees, which have been known to work in groups. I think it says halberd. Can't open the door. Alright, so... we know where we need to go to get Morpheus's voice. But we need some way to carry the voice with us. To the third floor, which was filled with zombies. This is fine. Alright. We've got the storeroom. That was the save point. Which honestly might be worth... is it worth going to the save point? Okay, that is entirely the wrong direction. Why did you turn all the way around, my dude? Just getting out of aiming mode sometimes takes a moment of thought. I probably should save. We're not going to. Yeah. Alright. Restocked on bullets. Keycard opened the door. Hooray! Yes, please. Yes, please. Oh, pod as in, like, underwater. Pod bay for submersible transport pods. It appears to have been recently used. That little tape recorder. Digital recorder. Ooh, fancy. Right. Just gotta juke and jive our way back to the elevator. Go to floor 2. Head back up to that computer. Seems to be new mail. It's from Morpheus, so let's read it.
Because thou hast obeyed my voice.
Your voicemail. Record the voicemail. Yes, please.
Because thou hast obeyed my voice.
You recorded Morpheus' voice with your digital recorder. And that means we can go back down to floor 3/1. What's up, Hunter? You weren't here before. That's the one that needs a chain something or other. This door.
Because thou hast obeyed my voice.
Why, yes, I will take this assault rifle. Very elaborate protection suit is lying here. There it is. That actually did make me jump. Fully expecting it. There we go. Fully expecting it and still got me. Let's be clean. That works. Nice blood splatter. Frick. Oh, jeez. Not the bees. Not the bees. This is back where I came from, isn't it? Yes, but the other side. Okay. Analyze room, laboratory, and plant. All of which are connected, so hopefully we can avoid bee time. You're close. Just go. Just get. Be gone. Plant. Oh. Well, this is pleasant. But, sturdy shutter. Oh, jeez. Oh, bees. This one, please. I'm wondering if that sting after the boss died counted for damage. Oh, good. I'm out of handgun ammo again. We got a room full of zombies over there. There is, in fact, an item in there. Looks like it's a key item. Okay, I found a document. Charged Particle Rifle User's Manual. A charged particle rifle that was developed to cope with any biohazard that was caused by T-virus. It is based on a particular acceleration device, which virus researchers use for gene manipulation and decomposing molecules. By hitting accelerated particles, it reduces... Let's try that again. It induces physical destruction on a molecular level. This weapon can penetrate barriers of electric discharge and give damage to the target. Currently, we have confirmed this on animal experiments only. However, we are confident that this weapon can damage TG charge beings. Remember that this weapon has limited usage because it requires a lot of power. Make sure that you properly charge it before you decide to use it. Well, that's valuable information. Why, hello. Charged particle rifle. No bullet. Okay, so here's kind of the most fun part about the way the UI is designed in this game. All of the bullet count stuff is down at the bottom of the screen, which if you are holding, like if you're playing with a light gun and you're holding it up to like aim down the barrel, that means that you are covering like the entire bottom chunk of the screen. So all of the UI, gone. Just, you don't get it. Which means that you will do things like sit there and keep shooting and then realize, unfortunately, you ran out of bullets. Corpse is holding something. Backyard key taken. That's a... Alright. There we go. 2 shots left. So we have a charge... I don't know if this is actually charged or not. Anti-lifeform weapon accelerates and fires highly charged particles. Hope it's charged. It say charged when I picked it up, so hopefully they're not lying. Lock released. Where am I? Over there. No bees? No bees. Real quick, I'm going to go check if the shutter lifted. It did not. Okay, so... theoretically, this backyard key is going to be what gets us through the door over here. Do not like how few healing items I have. I'm not a fan that I am out of handgun ammo, pretty much. I'm not a fan that I'm out of shotgun ammo. We have plenty of grenades and lots of magnum ammo. We also have our assault rifle, and we also have our charged particle rifle. Those should count for something. So, something I found interesting is that during the cutscene with falling in here, it looked like... Is that Bloom? I'm so bad at terms. It looked like she was being kind of obscured by some of the light, just like it was so bright as to obscure her. Ooh, hey, we've got a little bit of reflection there. Ooh, ah. Is it super, super fake reflection? Probably. Oh, you're not handgun bullets. That would be too easy. A journal. Thoughts on my kingdom. The symbol of power is in Africa. The symbol of knowledge is here in the biosphere. The symbol of beauty is mine. The beauty controls everything, and I shall dominate it. Establishing a kingdom where beauty has absolute authority is the dream, which I must make a reality. I was disappointed by Umbrella's betrayal, but that's fine. I'll just use them in return. If I secure enough funds... The line break is a little weird. I will materialize the construction of my kingdom deep in Africa. Morpheus. D. Duval. There are a number of scratches on the ground as though something was dragged through here. Move that chair. A switch extended from beneath the chair. Secret tunnel.
I'll get you out of there.
Can't carry anymore. So I do find it interesting how they did the equipment item inventory. That's the word I'm looking for. The inventory load here of having a limit on like the bullet capacity that you can carry with you, but that's it. And like it cuts down on a lot of like the older Resident Evil. I don't want to say jank, but jank is like the close enough best approximation of a word for it, I guess, of like having your inventory management about everything. Just like, do you want to carry an extra stack of bullets, or do you want to have that slot open available for key items that you might find that you'll need to actually progress through your survival horror escapades? And them getting rid of like all of that, but leaving it in the ammo decisions, like that is actually like really interesting. It also, you know, very much speaks to like the gameplay. This is, what is this? This is Magnum bullets. All right, we're gonna save. And accidentally hit the map button. So as I mentioned before, this is the final save point of the game. So, well, hey, we made it. So here's the deal. I'm actually going to waste some bullets. Okay, for a moment I thought my the icon of my gun was like actually a gun sitting on the shelf of just like, oh, that's neat. They have a thing that if you for whatever reason didn't get this gun, you can find it here. That's neat. That is not what happened. Cool. So that is all of my pistols back full. And that is all my pistols full, but an empty inventory spot for these grenade rounds. I do not have a whole lot of health items, so I need to do this well. Wahoo. And into the final showdown here, quite ready to roll, aside from healing items.
Bruce! Shame on you, Bruce. A good agent would never risk his mission to save a woman. That's going to be a very costly mistake. Keep dreaming.
Let's not get lightning laser shot. Oh, jeez. Maybe get lasered a little bit less. Okay, can I have a turn, Morpheus, please? Well, good thing I landed that dodge, because I think I would have died. There's Morpheus, kicking me in the skull, and shooting lightning at me. Great, perfect. Okay, that was a new one. Where are you at? I'm unsure if I should continue using this this gun, or if maybe having shot Morpheus once, shields are down, etc., etc. I'm dead. Didn't hit start at the right time. Press the escape button at the right time to avoid enemy attacks. Yeah, that is almost helpful news. Okay, so we are back in here, and it's when I saved. So, do I care to... There you are. No, don't do this again. Please stop with the instant hits. Trying to decide how I feel about this boss fight, because it is, like, actually really kind of tense. And it feels good to nail those shots, and like seeing Morpheus get knocked over. like there's good feedback in this fight of just like you know you did it right because Morpheus is, you know, on the floor. But I'm also just not sure if I'm actually dealing damage, or if I'm just, like, taking the shield out consistently. Jeez. Also have just now realized that I am in deep orange caution here. Okay, screen's fading to black.
Why did you save me? Your first priority should have been to disarm the missiles.
A Dongguan never abandons a woman. Damn it! Let's go! It's too complicated. We'll never make it to the missile silo in time.
I'll just watch on this monitor and navigate you through.
Alright, let's do it.
Alright, we got 5 minutes. I feel like I maybe should have, you know, refilled my... Grab the herb. flattened. Alright, so we went from having like really great feedback on the Morpheus fight. You have to hit the head if you want it to stop. Yeah, I didn't have great feedback about the whether or not I was actually hitting anything or not. Okay, so we're back at the start of the escape sequence. Okay. And then... Sure. There we go. Actually equipped the shotgun this time. Okay, she did say right. I heard left. Go with the assault rifle this time around for, you know, something that aims a little bit better. Okay. Wondering, like, I can't quite tell what Fonling is saying on the radio during those sections. Partially because, like, I don't know if there are even subtitles because my hands and arms are covering the entire lower half of the screen, so I have no idea what she just said. But also, like, there's always the volume issues of having to, like, keep the TV kind of low, but also just, like, the... how much...
It's time for you to let go.
Okay. Out of ammo. Alright, we'll try the grenade launcher again. Have to aim kind of high.
card is full.
And that's it. I do actually really kind of love this song on some level. Oh man, all of 4 voice actors. I guess there's also the zombie noises. I wonder who. I guess they just went uncredited. That's unfortunate, unless it was just like, oh hey, since you're here voicing a character, can you also just give us some zombie noises? I'm going to try to talk over this because otherwise, you know, YouTube content management, yada yadas. So yeah, that's this game. It's just over. There will be some post-credit stuff, so that's all fine. Or is it during credit stuff? Or did I accidentally hit start?
Looks like we accomplished our mission. Fangling, come with me to America. There's nothing left for you in China.
No, I'm going home. I belong to China.
Tonghua, I'm truly an idiot after all.
You know what it really means?
I've been in your country once.
That was not in your dossier.
I'm unsure. Let's. Nope. There you go. It does. It is just mid credits. It just does that little fake out. That's fantastically interesting. So yeah, there you go. This game's over. It's done. Honestly, like the CG is like it's kind of it's a little hokey these days, but like it is also like really pretty strong. It has a lot of like again really good effects, like the water effects, the like smoke and dust effects. Like that is actually like pretty solid for this day and age. The script is kind of terrible. The whole like lack of. I'm really curious what happened with the subtitles not matching outside of like 5 lines at most. Oh boy, and me. God, there's so few credits in this game. There's so few credits in this game. That's it. That's it. That's all of the credits. That's everybody that worked on this game. It's such a short list. It's such a minuscule list. There's so few people that made this game. Hot dang. Anyway, like, I'm really curious. Oh boy, 2003. Okay, so this was after the GameCube remake of Resident Evil 1. Congratulations, you completed the mission. Number of kills, 108. Critical hits, 60. Not too bad. Number of saves, 7. Clear time, 228. Flat, and a B rank. Not too bad. Well, hey, we can save. Sure. There we go. B rank. On par with my first save file. Are we going back to the main menu, or are we just going to get, like, thrown into New Game Plus? Back to the main menu. I realize now that this title screen is, I think, an unlock for beating the game. Alright. We're going to sit... I really don't want to sit on, like, the option screen while I do outro things and just talk about stuff, because those credits ran way shorter than I thought they would. But also, if I leave it on this menu, it will, like, do real stuff with that same song, and I don't want to have to deal with that. I will be talking the entire time, but also, yeah, I don't know. It is really funny that they use the outro song in, like, the opening crawl. Actually, now that I've pressed a button, is it going to just sit here? No. Okay. That's Resident Evil Dead Aim. It is an honestly, like, really fun game. There's just not much to it. Like, it just kind of stops. Like, it follows, like, the core of a Resident Evil, but, like, it, you know, it's a very... Most Resident Evils end up actually being, like, really short games. They just, like, there's just kind of a lot of, puzzle solving tends to be, like, the core focus of older Resident Evil games, and that, like, makes them seem way longer, is, like, figuring out the puzzles and all the solutions, everything, the first time around, and doing, like, a full-fledged explore. There's just not a lot to explore in this game. Like, there's just not a lot of extra, there's just not a lot of extra anything to go do. And, like, you pretty quickly come down on the side of, like, boy howdy, it sure is much more efficient to just run past every zombie instead of, you know, shooting them, because, like, why bother shooting the zombies? They're just going to take way too much ammo, and also, you know, if you don't land critical hits, then there goes, like, more than a clip for any one zombie. And it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. If I press a button, is that going to keep it from... Will it go back into... Let's see if we can just keep it going through, like, the original opening, as opposed to, like, going into the gunshot soundtrack reel, I guess. Again, it's really interesting that they use, like, the end screen, like, the end title or end credits music as part of, like, one of the attract mode opening things. This game's fun. It's really fun. It's just a shame that it's so short and simple, and it feels like they... Okay, it does just say we're going to be able to just cycle on this. Great. It does really feel like it got the short end of the stick on many aspects, and given how small that team is, like, that was a really small team working on this. So, like, that... I wonder how much of that actually, like, influenced the choice of setting and everything, like, because I did call out, like, you know, going into a cruise ship and whatnot, you have, like, a lot of, here's long hallways with identical rooms on either side, and maybe you flip, like, them across, you know, in the x-axis or whatever, and there you go, you have the room on the other side of the hallway, and maybe you have just, like, a few slight different set dressing moments, but, like, overall, I do wonder if like the size of the team, they were like, okay, we don't have a lot of people, so we're not going to be able to do a lot of like, we're not going to be able to do a lot of things, so we're going to need to like cut down our environments. And somebody's just like, well, what about like, you know, cruise ships, which have very, you know, tons of identical rooms, and just like, actually, you know what, that's a thought. I wonder if that had anything to do with like the development of the story. And like this whole game is just kind of, it's just like a real flash in the pan, just kind of fun of just like it's very arcadey, it's very simple, it's a light gun game, like they tend to be that. And like it is legitimately like really fun to play, and like the whole shooting aspect, and like having that like every time you aim you lose all of your peripheral vision, and like you have like this very narrow field of view. It works really well on like a like subtle, we'll call it horror aspect, where it's just like I know there's other things and I can only see this many, and I need to focus on things in front of me because the ones coming up from behind me, I don't know how close they are or how far away they are. And there's just like a lot of neat stuff about this game. The script is not great. It's really not great. And like we're not getting like a lot of deep lore. It's not like Resident Evil Outbreak, which was much more like technically advanced, because that was also like running, you know, online stuff in the era of dial-up and like being on, you know, it's a PS2 online game. That is, oh boy, there's a lot of like technical considerations for that, and like, you know, you have to make it work with like, maybe people have high speed internet, and maybe that is a requirement for the game to run, but like you're still really clamped in terms of like what you got for like technical wiggle room. And like I feel like Outbreak also ends up with the lion's share of like random bits of lore and random documents that like tell you more about the Resident Evil world and Raccoon City. And this is an offshoot game, very much just off on its own, out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, crashing into an island somewhere or something. And it's just kind of here and gone and just over. And I don't think anything in this game impacts anything else in like the rest of the Resident Evil universe. I don't know if this game is even considered canon. Again, I'd be really interested, like, I really want Capcom to put out like a, here's the documents of Resident Evil, and just every document that they have ever put into a Resident Evil game, and like the status of like whether or not that game is considered canon or like whatever, because things like Resident Evil Gaiden, very much not a canon game. It is out there again on a cruise ship out in the ocean somewhere, being its own deal, and just there and gone. It's also really short, it's also really simple, and it's also like really interesting, kind of fun. And like there's just like, this is kind of what I love about these Resident Evil side games, is like they're always really fascinating, and they are like really solid ideas or transformations of like what Resident Evil is or was or has been or was at the time or whatever. And like there's just like a really great amount of creativity and like thought that goes into making these games really systematically solid. And that's kind of like the joy of Resident Evil side games. It's just like they're really just fun to play, and like it's as hokey as Resident Evil has ever been, largely. And it's like, I feel like all of the recording of the voiceover is just terrible. Like it is just terrible quality. I just kind of wonder if they had like the actors in for, you know, 3 hours and that was all they booked. I'm really curious about like a lot of the behind the scenes aspects of this game. Anyway, that wraps us up for spooky season, which is kind of a bummer that there's only 4 Fridays in October. But that did also make this kind of the perfect game for the season because it's nice and short and sweet. It's here, it's gone. We did it. We got our B rank, which is about what I was expecting. I think to get an S rank, you have to only save like 3 times. So I think that's what that was. And this also is a New Game Plus, I think is why this file is marked as pink. I don't remember. It's been like 14 years since I played this last. And and apparently when I did play it through a couple times to just get an S rank because why not? And I did start poking around in hard mode and I started poking around in easy mode just to like kind of see what was going on. Easy mode, you start with a shotgun, which is a good deal. Man, I'm just kind of bummed that spooky season is just so short for recording purposes. But yeah, that was Resident Evil Dead Aim. It's a really fun game. It makes me miss light gun games. Even though I have been having to like do an extremely goblin holding this very small gun from my very large hands, like very goblin pose, bent over sideways, neck craned at an awkward angle so I can see around my mic, and leaning over into the space where my mic usually is, but that's where my hand is now, so that I can shoot this little tiny toy gun and struggle with a lot of the controls. Oh, but yeah, that's that. Well, hey, yep, that's the end. So, thank you very much for joining me. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. That's gonna do it for spooky season, I suppose. Well, hey, thank you again very much for watching. And, you know, if I guess it's YouTube, do the YouTube things. That's about it. I'm sad. Spooky season. Man, my favorite. Oh, okay. For real though, thank you very much for watching. I've been Bryce. This has been VHS Play. Have yourself one final good evening and spooky evening. Thank you.